So it's after 10 o'clock. We could probably do like one more thing, I guess.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, my wife just went to bed, so I should probably do one or two more things and call it a night.
Yeah, so let's see, what's the next thing? Fields of Misery. So the Paragon levels, does it top out at 60, you know?
It goes on forever.
Oh, okay, so it does go on forever. Why does it give me a percentage
So
It's your level.
from basically my understanding is you technically you can gain as many levels of it as you can possibly like it goes to infinite. But once you have maxed out every category, there's just a general stat that it adds for every level past that.
Oh.
Like, yeah, it's just
Has
like,
anybody done it yet?
Don't know, haven't seen anything.
for like, for offensive, you need at least 200 level for offensive, 200 for defensive, and like 200 for utility.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and then every
And
like
and
2 or
it's
3
a bell
levels you
curve.
get 2 in per category.
And the experience is a bell curve, so it gets tougher and tougher to make each level.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say there's no top out, but you can max out every category, and then from there, supposedly it just adds some general stat number.
Yeah, you might get like once you get it maxed out, like you might just get a point to go into like offensive, like the core where you can pick
Well,
stat.
okay, so it doesn't ever end, but at the same time, there are maximum numbers when you're dealing with computers before it is that you loop around with the buffer overrun. So I'm sure
Yeah.
there is a maximum number. They have to set
Okay, look at
maximums. If they don't, then that could cause problems.
Right, I'm sure
depend-
there's some number where
But it's
the
probably
ability to gain
arbitrarily high.
experience, yeah, like you'd have to spend 3 years playing the game continuously just to get to the next level kind of a thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because of the bell curve of experience. Because the monsters aren't giving you any more experience, but you have to earn more and more to make each point. So
Well, if you go into like a tougher difficulty, that's when you get more experience. And that's about it.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm
but
saying.
again,
There'll be
it
a
only
certain
goes
point you
so
won't be able to get
high.
more.
It doesn't. It only goes so high on the experience.
Yeah.
And then at that point, you've got to run through the game multiple times just to make one level. You know.
Yeah. From what, like, if I look at the things, what the ones you can max out, you need to be at least 500.
Release the girl.
I'm over here doing the fight.
I'm jumping in on you now.
I really like the scoundrel. It's like my favorite NPC character thing in this game.
I built up my what's the knight guy, whatever.
Paladin
I made
thing.
him with
Paragon.
with magic
Templar.
find. Yeah, the Templar. I loaded him up with magic find gear so he can help raise my overall magic find percentage.
Yeah. I remember when that was a big deal. You'd have different sets. The magic find set, gold find set.
Yeah, I mean I just got my stats up with this character, and if it happened to have magic find, great. But having the Templar with magic find helped a bunch.
Yeah, the
Jake Paul, we are playing tournament. My name in here is number 1112, Aaron Squire. So if you add me, you can go and join. But we're about to actually. I'm about to go to bed.
I had to add you as Aaron Squire, then the number sign or whatever, and then 1112.
I think we're full right now, though, but I'm about to get off. We got this person named Philip Dev, so probably next time, seeing as people are actually playing this game, I will just make it a private game and not open it up to the public, so people will have to add me to play.
Yeah, most of my games are set for private.
Yeah, same
Well,
here.
I just like having it filled out because I feel like I get the best loot. So opening
Oh
it
yeah,
up
you
to the
definitely do.
public,
You're
yeah, it's definitely a plus.
Yeah, like the Paragon used to be Magic Find, but they got rid of that part.
Oh yeah, I remember that. The Paragon levels used to be Magic Find. Yep.
Must be a lyric I know.
But definitely add me, J Crawl, and I will. There we go. Chin 2. I can't kick people out of the game though, can I?
yeah, I believe you can. I just don't remember sure. I don't remember how.
You like right click on their picture.
There we go. Yes, we would like to kick him out. Poor guy.
I know. That's yeah. And then Chain 2. Invite to.
An ally has departed. The minions of hell grow weaker.
I used to love traveling.
He's a monk. Oh,
Silly ghost.
His Paragon level is 161.
Yes.
141.
141. Holy
That's
cow.
nuts. Yeah, he's gonna definitely be really decent in this.
He's gonna just. That's why he asked us if we were doing the hell mode type whatever thing. We're only on one.
Elite
mode,
pack.
So.
One of my friends, like, level 70 Paragon Hardcore.
These flying creatures' death wings.
Yeah, we're just cruise through stuff now.
Yeah, I can just kind of sit here and melt everything.
It'd be nice if they had dual specs in this game, so you could have, like, I could have a tank build and I could have DPS build this warrior. And you
I mean, you
sets
could.
of armor and stuff, but that's probably asking a little too much.
Yeah, I mean, you can already run any skills you want and then adjust it, but now with the new patch, they kind of want you to have your armor more focused on certain builds,
Right.
so it's harder to just switch into a new character.
Yeah.
Because I mean, pre-patch, basically, you jump into a game, see someone else who's doing something kind of cool, switch all your stuff immediately over to it, and in a matter of a minute, be an exact copy of that person.
Yeah, that's not cool. I don't like that. I'm just saying, like, for roles and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's times I wish I wasn't a frog doctor and I was more of a burning bat DPS. Like, if I'm by myself, I can't play anything above Torment 3 or 4 because I just don't do enough damage.
It
I can
just
sit there
encourages you to have
forever and
more
never die.
characters, I guess.
Yeah, but they limit you to how many you can have.
Well, you only need, like, 2. You need a DPS and a tank. That's pretty much it. There's no healer in this game, you know? I mean, there is, but, like, it's not like you need them.
Yeah, they're not really full-on healer. It's just kind of a nice side
Yeah.
effect.
Yeah, it's a nicety.
Yeah,
Like, I heal myself. Most people are going to heal themselves.
He totally killed all of them.
Yep. Yeah, he did it all by himself.
I shouldn't be surprised.
I just like tanked everything. That's all I did. Probably even fairly.
Yeah, Torment 1's not too bad.
Well, oh yeah, we're just like melting stuff now, or at least he is. J Crawl's owning it. Hey J Crawl, we're in the team speak for the Hex ECG Pro team speak. So, I tried to get into the TeamSpeak for what's it called? The really big Hex Guild.
When this is over, I could open
Whatever their name
I don't
is.
know.
Anyways, and they keep changing it, so it didn't
What?
work. Well, it either ran out or whoever was hosting it didn't host it, or they changed the login for it or whatever. And So I totally made a thing to log into their website, and it's all like, would you like to join our guild? type of thing. And I was like, I'm just here to foster good relations. I'm not joining the guild. I was just trying to make sure I had a log on so I could access your forums and try to get on your team speak.
I think you're talking about hex text, maybe?
Those Hextech guys use Skype, and I can. They won't. They're not. I'm not cool enough to be in their Hextech club.
Well, they're all. I thought they were all European, aren't they? Mostly.
Endormi and Cyrus are.
Yeah. So like they're doing stuff on like odd hours, anyways.
Yeah, I didn't really care to join. I mean, their stuff is fine. It's just not my cup of tea.
Let's see. It was. Let's see. Oh, Clan Blacklight. Yeah. Yeah, because like nobody's ever in our TeamSpeak hardly. So. I just kind of want to just hang out, you know, sometimes.
Yeah, me and my friends have a Mumble type frag server, but it's only a handful of us that are on there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big Mumble fan. Is Mumble like decent on latency or?
Oh, it's great. The nice thing is it's low resources. It's not a little bit less complicated than the TeamSpeak thing I'm using here. Like
Yeah.
basically, I just put in the address and the port number, and we have 3 rooms in there set up.
Seems like what's it called? Ventrilo is basically defunct now. I mean, people still use it, but like nobody wants to.
Yeah, when the type frag servers kind of kicked in, they were just so much better than Trello's stuff.
Yeah, I remember that was it though back for a while. It was like Ventrilo or nothing back in the day. Back when I used to play WoW a lot.
Yeah, I was listening to a couple podcasts, like The Instance on Frog Pants Network, where they did, they always pushed Ventrilo for a while, and then they just stopped, and that was the last I heard of it.
I actually just my Ventrilo server just ran out, and I didn't re-up it because you know that would have been like $200.
Oh, we
was
only pay
using it.
like,
I looked at the logs
Yeah.
on it, and there was like just random people stopping in and then logging out, and like there was almost never 2 people in there at the same time.
oh, that's a nice ring. Attack speed, critical hit, decent stats.
Good for
Full of lies. Do not
a monk or a demon hunter.
She's toying with us. We must get back to Uncle Deckard right away.
Has anybody done the time achievements in this game?
I need to go back.
I'll take it if you're giving it away. Okay, well I'm standing at the town. What does it do? Does that it?
It's more of like a
Is it a strength? Is that
dexterity
strength?
based.
Let's
No,
see.
dexterity.
Yeah, I lose toughness on it. Let's see the other one. I don't know.
If you're going to make a demon hunter, keep it for that.
Yeah, I think I'll keep it for my demon hunter. Yeah, it's better in a lot of ways, but I don't know. If someone else wants it, they can have it. I'll give it over.
Yeah, I don't really have a use for it. I mean, I don't think I have any dex based.
Same here. Don't have any.
I didn't even look at anything. I just disenchanted it all.
Yeah, I basically just scrap everything I find.
Unless it's legendary. You all legendaried out now?
No, I still use. I have 5 set items that are 6 set items that are previous patch, and then 6 legendaries and 1 rare.
I'm in Wortham.
Jumping to you.
Hey, the gods, have you played Path to Exile?
Yeah, a little bit. It's all right.
Yeah, I'm interested to play it. I just don't think I can find the time right now. Got so many
Saw you
different
playing
things on my
Hearthstone a little
plate.
bit.
Yeah, I do it because I'm addicted to leveling up, I think, and doing dailies
feel
and
ya.
stuff. I think that's mostly what it is that gets me about that game. But
I played it for about a month before I really dug into Hex, and after a while, I just kind of didn't really like it anymore.
yeah, it's all right. I mean, I've at least I've memorized most of the cards, and I know like when I've already lost, which is
Right.
pretty often, like within the first 4 or 5 turns. But and it's just like prolonged. It feels prolonged sometimes.
So on mine, I have a 2.5 chance to freeze per hit, and I do so many hits that enemies typically get frozen pretty often.
Yeah, and there's no diminishing returns in this game either right now. Like they had it, I think, for a while, but then they took it away. I'm not sure why they did that.
I like it when you guys pull them all in towards the center and group. It makes it great for me. Oh yeah, he just drops things in like 2 hits.
I know. It's crazy. Things that happen.
Yeah, I think
when...
I didn't like Hearthstone at all because it just didn't like feel like I was doing much card interaction. It felt like I play creature, you play creature, I play spell, you
Yeah,
play
you can walk
creature.
away.
It didn't do anything.
You can walk away after you play a creature. You do some push-ups or something. I mean, it's okay. It's pretty good when I have a kid on my lap. Like I don't have to worry as much about catching everything that's going on, I guess. I guess it's good for that. So because it is more casual.
Yeah, it kind of felt Yu-Gi-Oh with me. Like it wasn't
Oh yeah, it's
complicated.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Trap cards,
Are they-
everything.
Basically, it was like these charges like dumbed down like a normal like a Magic card game.
Yeah, with Hex, it's definitely more Magic the Gathering, or basically is Magic the Gathering,
Well,
and that's what I want.
I think it's just nice to be able to stabilize a board state. I mean, how about that? Just that simple thing. Like, let's just
Or
forget
like
about all the interactive.
affect your opponent's hand. Yeah.
Let's just forget about all the interactive, this and that, and whatever. Just give me the chance to defend with my own guys and stabilize a board state. Just that.
Yeah,
By
like
itself.
being able to block is like a special ability, and that's the one thing that drove me through the roof.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got a dude. Can I just block?
Yeah, it's just dumb. And what like they've been out how long now? Like, there's no talk about adding more cards to it.
Now that they're in actual out of beta and into the full game, we'll
Yeah,
probably
they
start
will.
seeing more. That just happened today, actually. They went out, they left beta.
I played in after I found out about Hex, and I wanted to see what kind of company Cryptozoic was. And I started checking out their games. I picked up the WoW TCG, and there's a lot more depth in that game than there is in Hearthstone, which is what it's based on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, Cryptozoic's around because of the WoW TCG.
well, yeah, they took it over for Upper Deck. They seem to be a company that acquires good IPs from companies that don't know how to manage themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because like they got
I have a
that.
chest down here, guys.
They just got what's it called? They just saved that company that had a Kickstarter problem with
Yeah, the one the game failed,
yeah.
and then they said that the company couldn't honor the Kickstarter backers. They're like, sorry, the guy's like, I'll have to get a job and pay all my Kickstarter backers back, and they're like, nope, we got this.
Yeah, he basically they basically took over the IP, and then they're actually going to probably produce that game. I mean, right now they're working on just getting the game out to people and producing it, but eventually I'm sure we'll see it.
And to take one step further, they decided they were going to honor all Kickstarter backers.
Oh yeah, so yeah, that's the kind of company that they are. So definitely kudos to them.
Yeah,
What
Corey
game was-
seems to be a generally good dude.
Yeah, what game was it anyway?
Some board game.
It's a board game called what's it called? It looks a lot like Monopoly, but it's something about what's it called?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Pulp. It's got a lot of pulp like elements to it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I have to look it up, but it is cool that they did it. I mean, just overall, it's such a nice. I mean, they're gonna make money on it, I'm sure, because it had so much press.
Oh yeah.
They probably did the research on it before they actually said, okay, we'll take it.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I'm sure they actually sat down and played it before they acquired it. But I mean, there was enough interest with the Kickstarter backers on that. It should do pretty well. It seems like
I'd imagine with something of that size that
Another
there's
thing-
probably conference calls and everything.
Oh yeah. Another thing is that seems to be happening with board games in general. This is kind of funny. Is that they will release a game and they'll do it in limited supply on purpose to like build up some sort of artificial
Suspense.
hype about it.
Yeah,
Or
it
maybe
seems
they
like,
just don't have
or
the
they don't have
money
the
or
money to
what?
do it. Yeah, so they do a limited run, use that money from the limited run to produce more copies of the game. It's like some kind of,
Yeah, it's a shell
Basically,
game.
like,
Like right now,
Yeah.
Right.
for instance, like the game Betrayal at the House on the Hill is selling for on eBay for probably like more than $100, and it was just re-released back in what 2010 or something, and it did okay, but then it got featured on what's his name, Will Wheaton, on one of his
Tabletop.
shows. Yeah, and so because of that, it got the notoriety, and then people were like, "Oh, this game's great."
yeah, I spent till 6 in the morning one night playing that game.
Sounds like a long game. I don't know why it would go that
It's
long.
not. It is long, but it shouldn't have, and it did.
Yeah, that game I played it before, and it just doesn't play that long typically.
No, it does when you're. That doesn't matter. That and was the longer game. The longest game I ever played though was Letters to Whitechapel. We played the game for like 5 hours.
Yeah. I actually have 2 mega games. I've got the World of Warcraft board game sitting behind me, and then I've got Twilight Imperium.
Ooh, I like
hardly
Twilight
ever-
Imperium.
I hardly ever get them out. I've never actually played the World of Warcraft board game because you can't find people that want to sit for 4 hours and play it.
Oh yeah, we have a group. A friend of mine. His hobby is collecting board games. He's like in the 250 range, and that's all he does. So every other weekend, Friday night or Saturday night, we go for a few hours and play some board games.
Have you played that storytelling one with the
Which one?
it's Arabian Nights something or other?
Dixit.
No, it's like Tales of the Arabian Nights, I think is what it's called.
Not sure.
Oh, okay, well, it was featured on another board game show.
Dice Tower.
No, it was a subsidiary of one of the other shows. There's like these 2 British guys that reviewed Shut Up, Sit Down. Yeah, those guys are really
Oh, okay.
Love
Yeah, they're
those
not bad.
guys. Those guys are great.
Yeah. I've been playing with my podcast studio because I want to launch a gaming news thing because I was digging around a couple months back trying to find a news source for gaming's tabletop stuff. There was something I'd like, and I couldn't find something that kind of fit what I was looking for. So instead of finding it, I'm just gonna make it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what you do. You look for things, and if they're not there, then that's it's a empty part of the market that you can take advantage of for sure. From a business standpoint.
Thank you.
Yeah, I actually just bundled up basically my whole podcasting outline and put everything together in a business proposal and handed it over to some volunteer group I work with, and they want to start a podcast and they want to put a little bit of money into it. So I would pick up theirs and they would pick up mine, and I would have a little bit to gain from it. So I'm kind of hoping that works out and I can push this over the edge.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Definitely put the money into it. Like I have a studio built up in my back office here.
Ooh, I just picked up a mighty belt. Let's see what this is. Oh, is it better? It is better. 84 resist to all elements. Awesome.
Share it up, share it up.
The undisputed champion. Has less armor, but I don't think that matters. I lose like 1.9 damage. Definitely worth it. So actually I've got a ring of ears. Batusi, if you wanted this one back, you can have it. I don't know. I think you gave that one to me, though. But Batusi, I can trade that with you before I get offline, which I think I'm going to do pretty much now.
Yeah, are you getting off?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm sorry, my wife just popped in the door wondering where I was, so I'll probably jump off too.
Yeah, it's getting to be about that time.
Still recharging.
All right, well, good playing with you. Let me know if you're on. If you're gonna jump onto this again or play this or Hex, whatever. Just shoot me a Twitter message or whatever. I'll jump on.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll try to do that.
Yeah, I'm usually around. With my work, I basically just take clients whenever I want to or have time, so my schedule's pretty flexible.
Hey, where's your studio at, or where are you at, by the way? Like, what
I'm
just
in
tell
Pittsburgh.
me the roundabouts. Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's area is close enough.
Okay.
Like I'm actually in the general Pittsburgh area of Pennsylvania, but
I'm just thinking it would be nice to find someone in my area where I could go there and not have to worry about children aggro when I'm trying to do my show. So.
well, if you were in the area, that'd be great.
I know.
If you need any help with studio stuff, just let me know.
I don't plan on setting a studio up. I rent, so I don't plan on.
Oh, even then.
Or living here past.
Well, even. Yeah, I mean, basically, we more or less rent, but I mean, as far as studio goes, it's mostly an equipment thing and less of a like, change a room over. I got basically adapted a back room just by putting a little bit of furniture in and kind of gearing up for it. But I know, I saw in your place you guys have kind of like your kids generally play in that general area anyway.
Well, there's a fence, but my wife, my 4-year-old can get through it now.
Yeah, unfortunately, quiet is one of the things that you need for most things.
Yeah. But my friend says it's what sets me apart from other podcasters. I was like, oh, I guess that could be a good thing. Because it's funny having them come in all the time. And it's very impromptu.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't hurt anything. I mean, it's not like if you were doing like an actual podcast, like you were sending it out to an RSS feed and people were digitally downloading and they heard kids screaming in the background, maybe it'd be, something you'd want to clean up, but for what you do, I think it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, it can only get better and they're going to grow up eventually.
Yeah, no doubt. How far? You're in the middle of the country. You're Mountain Time?
I'm Central Time. I'm in Texas.
That's not too bad, though. I have a friend who lives in Austin, I think.
So this is kind of exciting. I'm actually probably going to be recording a non-live show or segment to throw on.
Oh, really?
Yes. So because I'm getting with the guy that made the Hex TCG site that I always use for the deck building. I'm going to be probably doing an interview with him, and he's in Romania. So that'll
that's crazy.
That'll be pretty interesting. So I'm trying to set up something with him right now. But he's pretty down.
Nice. Yeah, that's always good. I like to I mean, it's just helpful in general just to cross advertise as much as possible. Because you figure that even like the Hextech guys, who their reach isn't very far, but they like to do little events and stuff like that. I mean, just being good to the community in general is gives you so many more connections.
Yeah, it's not it would behoove anyone to really like see everyone as competition and not work with them. That's the worst thing you can do for
The
yourself.
minions of hell grow weaker.
Right. I mean, you're not doing this as a business. You're not trying to set yourself apart. And even then, I think some of the best people that do it really well, like some of the biggest podcasts out there, they're pretty much great to everybody around them.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I was holding off on starting my podcast for Hex until the closed beta is going on and we get out of alpha, because I don't think there's going to be much of a point to really dig into creating a good quality content when the player base is so small and a podcast isn't going to have much reach.
Yeah, and there's already 2 right now that I know of. There's probably more, but
There's 3 that I've heard, and only 1 or 2. One of them's all right. Like, you guys do a decent job whenever Hex goes on, and because he actually talks about good things. Some of the other guys, like there's another one that was covering some of the early stuff right beginning of alpha, and he doesn't really do much now. He doesn't have anything to talk about.
yeah, it's tough. It can be tough to scrape out some stuff. We actually had some complaints on the Reddit forum today. I don't know if you read it. It was,
Oh, really?
Yeah, some guy's getting on there and he's all like, all that's on this forum is people blog spamming. And I was like, why don't people have real conversations? I was like, well, so here's what you do. When someone does that, you just comment on their thing, and that's the conversation. So I don't see what the problem is here. Just because someone does a video or a blog post or whatever, they want you to interact. They aren't doing it because they just want to like put it out there and promote themselves. So
Yeah, people on the internet, though, I mean, the comment sections in general sometimes can just be a real wreck.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm really hoping to kind of kick things into overdrive here once closed beta starts. I use a software called VidBlaster Home Edition, and I can stream like multiple camera shots, cut in and out from like Skype viewers, record locally with the video, stream out to different sources, Justin TV, Google Hangout, stuff like that.
Google Hangout was pretty bad when I tried it.
Yeah, I tried it and I can't get the resolution very high. Like I'm streaming out at 720p to Justin TV, and I can't get Google Hangout to look decent to save my life.
No, it doesn't even look good normally. Like on my computer, it doesn't look good. So yeah, I thought about it for a quick second and then tried it, and it was horrible.
I don't know how people do it. Like I know that like there was one I listened to called Daily Tech News Show with Tom Merritt, and his looks great, and I have no idea how he does it. I should just email him, just ask him.
Yeah, I've found Skype to pretty much be the best, even though it has like the highest latency.
The best worst, it kills me. I Skype
Yeah,
everything
exactly,
now.
right? Exactly. I hate having it up. I hate, like, even when no one's calling me, it's eating up bandwidth.
Yeah, I'm not on right now. Like I jump on in the afternoon. Its stability is fine. Like when I podcast interview, I use that because I can do a screen capture as a camera shot. So when I open up VidBlaster, I have me and my co-host, and then I have a screen capture on a secondary screen, and I pull up Skype, I highlight the section I want to capture. My mixer with audio adapter captures the audio, so I can basically take any Skype caller in anytime I want as my co-host, and you can't tell